Close your eyes for a moment and think. What comes to mind when you ask, "Who am I?" Your name, your past, your experiences, your regrets, your accomplishments. But what if none of these are you? What if you are, in fact, a being reborn every second, with every breath? The universe responds not to who you are, but to who you believe you are. And this belief is the invisible architect of your life. Physicists call this the observer effect. When you look at a particle, simply observing its existence changes its behavior. So, without even realizing it, you are shaping everything you look at. This applies not just in the laboratory, but in your life as well. When you define something this way, it must stay that way, because you chose to see it that way. And that's exactly how the old you continues to exist, clinging tightly to your past experiences, your mistakes, your fears, your limited identity that you call, "This is who I am." And this identity traps you in the same thoughts, the same emotions, the same conclusions. But do you know the truth? That old you is just a story, an energy signature. And to change a story, all you have to do is choose a new perspective. Physics proved this years ago. The moment an observer makes a measurement, a wave of possibilities converges into a single reality. So, every moment you observe, you are choosing one of the infinite possibilities of the universe. And that choice becomes your reality. Now think about it. Do you wake up every morning and repeat the same story to yourself? I have no chance. Money is hard for me. I'm always like this. These sentences are low-frequency codes locked into your energy field. And as long as you keep looking at them, you won't be able to recognize another possibility. But if you pause for a moment and simply choose to watch with awareness, something changes. Energy begins to flow. Instead of clinging to that story, you begin to observe it. And in that moment, the old you dissolves. Because true transformation comes not from striving, but from awareness. When you become an observer, not a slave to events, you begin to direct the flow of life. The external world no longer defines you. You define it. You become a creator, not a victim. The quantum field is a field of infinite possibilities. Your new self is already there, waiting for you. All you have to do is shift your frequency. I am a different person now. Feel that statement. Don't just say it, be it. Your body may not believe it right away, but when your energy field shifts, matter follows. This isn't a miracle, it's science. Therefore, letting go of the old you isn't death, it's birth. Awakening to a new awareness, a new reality. And this transformation happens suddenly, in the moment, because the now is a point outside of time, the only place where past and future dissolve. When you shift in the now, your entire timeline shifts. Today, let go of your old story. Redefine yourself. Tell yourself, I am the observer. I am creativity. Realign with the universe with every breath. And remember, the universe hears the frequency you vibrate, not who you are. So the next time you feel fear, don't suppress it. Just observe. For even that fear is there to be transformed. As long as you remain aware, nothing can define you. Now the story of your old self is complete. A new reality awaits you. And that reality is ready to begin the moment you open your eyes. Chapter 2. There's a painful yet liberating truth that most people don't realize. Our old self isn't just a past memory. It's a still vibrating energy field. And the universe responds to the frequency of this energy, not the words. Say as many affirmations as you like. Create a vision board, or say, I am changing every morning. If your core vibration still says, I'm not enough, I don't deserve this, or I'm late, the universe hears that signal because it registers your emotional reality, not the words. Many people think this is why they can't move forward. They think the problem is the techniques, that the universe isn't on their side. But the problem isn't the methods, but the consistency of the frequency. There's a huge difference between wanting something and living at its frequency. If your heart is still filled with anxiety while you desire goodness, if your core still trembles with fear of loneliness while you yearn for a relationship, that desire will not reach its goal. Because your nervous system is still programmed for survival, and survival is the opposite of expansion. This is where mindfulness comes in. The secret to transformation lies not in accumulating knowledge, but in observing yourself. In other words, in being able to say, I am no longer this vibration. This isn't self-hatred, but in shedding the burden of the old version you created to survive, without blaming yourself, without judgment. Simply by observing, by realizing you are no longer that. This creates a literal crack in the quantum language, because when the observation changes, the possibilities change as well. The moment you say, I am not this pattern, the energy form collapses and a new wave of reality is born. Science shows us this. Neuroscientific research has proven that when you observe your thoughts and feelings without identifying with them, your prefrontal cortex, the brain's higher consciousness center, is activated. At the same time, the amygdala, responsible for fear, calms. Therefore, practicing mindfulness is not just a spiritual experience, it creates a measurable neurological transformation. Let's go even further. In just a few weeks, mindfulness practices literally rewire your brain's neural networks. The neural pathways associated with your old self weaken unused, while the connections associated with your new self strengthen. This means your brain physically responds to your choice. Thousands of years ago, meditation masters knew this even before technology. By practicing the state of awareness we call witnessing, they observed that consciousness transforms matter. Today, science puts the same thing, in other words, consciousness rewires the brain. And this isn't just a mental shift. Even your autonomic nervous system, which governs your heart rate, breathing rhythm, and digestion, responds to this awareness. You shift from fear-based fight-or-flight mode to a calm, balanced state of rest and digest. This shift allows your body to access healing, creativity, and intuitive intelligence. Therefore, shedding your old self is not a battle, but a process of adaptation. Instead of fighting the universe, you learn to dance with yourself. But most of us are still in a waiting mode. We say, let everything change, and I'll relax. But in the quantum realm, it's the opposite. When you relax, everything changes. Because the field responds to your current vibration, not your desire. When you say, I want abundance, but deep down, you still feel lack, the universe reflects this frequency of lack. When you say, I want love, and you feel jealousy, loneliness, or worthlessness, the field perceives it because it is neutral. It simply reflects. It's like looking in a mirror. You raise your hand, but the reflection reflects exactly what you did, not the other way around. And so is the universe. Reality corrects you, not imitates you. So, if you want to create a new life, you must first transform into a new vibration. The important thing is not to think differently, but to be different. Entering the state of you observing your desired future, this is the true leap. Every thought generates a vibration. Every emotion is a signal. And every moment of awareness moves you from one timeline to another. The energy of the old you is no longer valid. A new you emerges. And this you speaks not with words, but with frequency. You are now the observer. You are now the creator. And the universe is ready to hear this new vibration of yours. Chapter 3. One of the deep laws of the universe states, every thought is an electric current. Every emotion is a magnetic wave. When these two combine, you send a continuous message into the quantum field, like an invisible radio broadcast. But this broadcast tells you who you are, not what you want. Your brain operates at specific frequencies, like a transmitter. Low vibration emotions like fear, anxiety, and doubt literally trap you in a lower frequency band. Neuroscientists call these beta waves. In this state, the mind is chaotic, your energy is scattered, your heart is restless. Receiving a clear signal from the universe in this state is like trying to listen to classical music on a static radio. But the heart tells a completely different story. The heart's electromagnetic field is 60 times stronger than the brain's. And this field extends several meters beyond your body. When you feel gratitude, love, or peace, your heartbeat becomes regular. The HeartMath Institute calls this heart coherence. This coherence not only changes your body's balance, but also the entire signal you send out into the universe. Think about it for a moment. You are not just a body of flesh and blood. You are a walking electromagnetic transmitter that influences the quantum field through your thoughts and emotions. The people you encounter, the opportunities that come, the coincidences, they all respond to this invisible signature you emit. That's why two people can encounter the same opportunities in the same environment. But one experiences miracles while the other struggles with obstacles. Because one is on the frequency of, I am open, ready, and worthy. The other remains on the frequency of, I am inadequate, I am separate. The universe responds to both honestly, based on who they are, not their desires. So ask yourself, what are you really broadcasting? While you say you are ready, is your frequency still emitting anxiety, scarcity, and impatience? Because it's like trying to listen to a beautiful symphony while tuning the radio to static. This is why your old self struggles to access a new timeline. Because your nervous system is still tuned into the past. And your nervous system listens to feelings, not words. Let's consider an example to understand this. Someone who grew up constantly receiving the message that money is hard to make may long for abundance as an adult, yet experience physical stress with every bill payment. Their heartbeat quickens, their breathing shortens, and their body goes into high alert. In this state, they unknowingly broadcast at the frequency of scarcity. The universe hears this frequency and sends them similar experiences. That's why many people say, I'm doing everything right, but why isn't it working? The answer is simple. They try to change superficially, but deep down in their nervous system, they remain the same. True transformation is more than just changing your thoughts. It's about reprogramming your brain structure, your body's memory, and who you are at the cellular level. So you don't just change what you think, you change how you vibrate. There's a powerful way to understand this. Visualize your future self. Imagine how that self walks, breathes, handles stress, and talks to people. So breathe, then pause. Because every micro behavior informs the quantum field of who you are. Therefore, transformation isn't about trying harder, but about becoming a different being. Instead of attracting something, you become the one who attracts it. Neville Goddard summarized this way: you don't actually manifest, you choose. And you are the one making that choice. This statement is the essence of all quantum teachings. You don't create a future. You simply adapt to its frequency. So how can your present self adapt to something it has never experienced before? Only through internal transformation. So you don't need to build a new self. This version already exists. Right now, in the quantum field, it is vibrating in the same field as you. You just have to remember. Simply shift from the frequency of fear to the frequency of trust, love, and abundance. And when that moment comes, everything changes. Because the field no longer responds to your old self, but to your new existence. When you change, reality must change. This is the most absolute law of the universe. Chapter 4. Think about it. What if time isn't as linear as you think? Isn't it a line stretching from point A to point B? A point where infinite moments, infinite possibilities come together? Quantum physicists call it the multiverse. Spiritualists call it the field of infinite possibilities. The names may change, but the message remains the same. Whoever you choose to be right now, you summon that truth. Time isn't rigid. The person you want to be in the future is actually vibrating somewhere right now. It's in the same place as you, but on a different frequency. Your task isn't to chase it, but to harmonize with it, like a radio. When you're on the wrong frequency, you hear only noise. But when you catch the right wave, the melody suddenly becomes clear. This is reality. It comes to you not because you deserve something, but because you resonate with it. Because the universe hears your vibration, not your effort. Stop now and ask yourself, if my highest self were living inside me right now, how would it think? This self radiates confidence, not anxiety. It creates attraction, not struggle, but consistency. Its energy operates even before it speaks. That's why you feel a noticeable warmth when some people walk into a room. This is energetic consistency. The universe doesn't respond to you, it simply reflects. It brings you what you're in harmony with. Therefore, transformation begins within, not without. If you want to build a new life, you must first let go of your old story. You must free yourself from who you think you are. Because your old self is software you built to protect you. It's functional, but it's not free. Now it's time to respect and update that software. Your new self becomes more confident, calmer, and more open. It no longer fights, it flows. It no longer acts with fear, but with creativity. Let's put this into practice. Close your eyes for a moment. Imagine yourself in the same room as the version of yourself living the life you desire. What does this version of you look like? Are their shoulders relaxed? Is their breathing deep? What kind of light is in their eyes? What is their tone of voice? How do they make decisions? How do they talk to people? Here's the answer. This version isn't your future. It's a frequency existing in the quantum field right now. And when you vibrationally align with it, your reality begins to shift. Sometimes this change feels silent. You wake up one morning and feel more peaceful than ever. You realize you're no longer afraid in a meeting. Or you call someone you haven't called in years because the new energy within you propels you to new actions. These may seem small, but they are actually quantum leaps. Each new choice moves you onto a new timeline, and there, new opportunities, new people, new possibilities await you. Sometimes the people around you notice your change, but can't identify it. They simply say, "You're different." They feel your energy. Because even though your energy is invisible, everyone hears it. Some are attracted to you, others are repelled. But this isn't a loss, it's a realignment. Your new frequency naturally takes over those who no longer resonate with you. This isn't a punishment, it's a realignment. Now consider, when you choose your new identity, you no longer strive to get something, because you already become one with that something. Then the universe responds to you with flow. Coincidences multiply, synchronicities find you. You think of someone, they call you. You ask for an opportunity, and it appears. These aren't chances, they're simply the echo of a new electromagnetic signature. Here's why. True transformation isn't about being more. It's about being less fake, more present in your essence. As you peel back the layers, you remember yourself. You were already there, only in the mists of your old frequency. Reality changes instantly, because you can change instantly. The hidden law of the universe is this. When you align with yourself, time bends, opportunities accelerate, and the world begins to recognize you as your new self. You no longer need to carry the old you. It has done its job. Now let go, say thank you, and step forward, because your future isn't waiting for you. It's already here. It's just waiting for you to align with your frequency. Reality isn't what you observe. Who you are shapes everything you observe. And that's why, when you change, the whole world changes. Chapter 5. At some point, we all walk around with a version of ourselves that no longer serves us. That old you is the version of us that knew how to survive, protected our boundaries, and learned to stand strong against our fears. But then something happens. There comes a moment when you realize, this isn't me anymore. There must be a new side to this story. And in that moment, something shifts. You no longer chase a new future, because you understand that the future already exists within you. You're not attracting it, you're simply in vibrational harmony with it. So, are you ready to meet that new you? This is where words end and emotions begin. Transformation begins not with knowledge, but with physical awareness. Because no teaching, no understanding can be real unless you live it. Change becomes permanent when it's embodied in the body, not in thought. Stage 1. Recognizing the old self. The first step is not to reject the past, but to understand it. Because you can't let go of what you haven't accepted. That old self, your fears, your doubts, your perfectionism, perhaps the self that tried to control everything, served you for a long time. It protected you, supported you, carried you through many storms. But now you're walking in a different direction, and that old energy can't take you there. So, look at the you of the past with gratitude. Say, I can carry you now, but I don't need to carry you with me. Stage 2, the ceremony of letting go. Now, imagine that old self with a symbol, like a heavy suitcase in your hand, full of memories, stories, old patterns. It's time to let go of this burden that has shaped you for years. You don't have to let go. Let it go. Take a deep breath and feel that moment. Your body becomes lighter, your energy flows, and the space opens. This is the first spark of transformation. A new frequency is born. You are now like an empty vessel, and the universe is preparing to fill that space with a new vibration. Stage 3. Embodying the new self. Now stop imagining your future. Live in the moment. That new version of yourself, your confident, peaceful, serene self, is already here. How would it walk? How would it talk? How would it respond to challenges? Breathe into that self now. For it exists in the present, not the future. When you connect with your new self, your vibration shifts, and the universe responds to this frequency. You no longer need to ask for what you want, because you already are. Stage 4. Affirmation. Anchoring the new reality. Now seal it with a statement. I no longer live in the past. I am in harmony with who I truly am. This isn't just a statement. This is a frequency. These words should resonate within your cells. Don't just say it, be it, because your body is listening. Every cell, every atom, and the field is listening to you. Your new vibration is rearranging invisible possibilities. New people, new opportunities, new paths are beginning to emerge. Stage 5. Staying in the flow. But remember, transformation is not a ceremony, but a habit. It's not a one-time decision, but a choice made anew every day. When your old self returns, because it will, don't judge it. It beckons you like a familiar path. Think of a river. After years of flowing in the same direction, it takes time for water to settle into a new one. So don't be afraid when old emotions surface. This is a sign that your system is releasing past energy. Your nervous system is cleansing itself of its attachment to your old identity. This isn't a collapse, it's a cleansing. When that moment comes, remember this. This is an energy passing through me. This is not me. This is the birth of the new. Final word. Reality is shaped by the intention of the observer. If you change who you are, the world will show you a different face. So stop chasing the future. Be it now. Every breath, every thought, every choice carries an energy that nourishes your new identity. And one day, you will realize that the story of your old you is now just an echo, and you will already be born into a new reality. Chapter 6. Some days, everything goes well. Your soul expands, your thoughts become clear, and you are completely in harmony with your new identity. But there are other days. Your old self wants to pull you back. Like a habit you've held for years, it invites you back into your old emotions and patterns. And then, don't panic. This isn't regression, it's integration. These are days when the new frequency of your consciousness is trying to settle into your cells, your emotions, and even your muscle memory. So, be gentle with yourself on those days. When challenging emotions arise, remember that they are simply energy passing through you. Don't resist. Don't suppress. Don't analyze. Just observe. Because acceptance allows the energy to flow. And this acceptance moves you from resistance to flow. Choose a new you. Every morning. Every morning, before the world demands anything of you, pause for a moment. Ask yourself this question. Which version of me will create reality today? While this question may seem simple, it changes your entire timeline because you are reborn every morning. And the identity you choose sets the tone not only for today, but for your entire future. Like a stone thrown into water, your choice creates ripples in the quantum field. These ripples rearrange not only your life, but also the possibilities of everyone you come into contact with. Therefore, when you change, the world changes with you. The transformation of reality begins not in the future, but right now. Reality is flexible, not rigid. That strange blend of lightness, peace, and possibility you've been feeling for so long, a sense of lightness, peace, and possibility, is a sign that something is changing. It's not your imagination. It's this sensitive field. Reality isn't fixed, as we've been taught. It's alive, fluid, and responds to your vibration. When you shift to a new frequency, it's a physical necessity for the universe to adapt to that frequency. It's not magic. It's quantum physics. Your vibration is the blueprint for your reality. And when your vibration changes, your life can't stay the same. Everything around you gradually begins to respond to your new vibration. Remember when emotions rise? Some mornings, old emotions resurface. Perhaps fear, perhaps doubt, perhaps an echo from the past. That's when you remind yourself, this isn't me. This is just an energy passing through me. Every old pattern resurfaces before dissolving. But you're no longer living that pattern. You are an observing, aware, choosing being. And in this very moment, you are empowering your new self. When fear whispers, respond with your presence. When doubt arises, take a deep breath. Be gentle, be patient, for this is your rebirth. Your new frequency shapes reality. You have now changed your signal. You are no longer broadcasting the past, and this ripples through your reality. Some results are immediate, emerging synchronizations, unexpected opportunities, and inexplicable clarity. Others are quieter, but more profound. A gentle peace in your heart, a sense of being on the right path. All these are signs of a reprogramming of your field as an observer. You are no longer simply a witness to your life. You are actively choosing which version of yourself becomes real. The silent farewell of the old self. All ancient teachings describe the same thing in different languages: killing the ego or dying before you die. But in reality, this isn't self-destruction. It's compassionately releasing the old identity. You've already accomplished this. You've passed through a sacred death, not symbolically, but energetically. You've honored your old self, and now you've made room for the birth of a new self. If these words ignited a spark within you, if they reminded you that the light within you will never fade, then this journey is not just a video, it is a memorial. Don't just leave a comment below. Leave an energetic signature. The old me is gone. This becomes a declaration that resonates through the quantum field. And when each of us unites in this consciousness, the world begins to vibrate in that consciousness. You are not alone. This is the silent but powerful awakening of a new era. And now you know. Reality doesn't change. You do, and it follows you.